is Sue Syme. I am a social studies teacher at Athens. This is the beginning of my 30th year at Athens, and I've also been running this Athens Abroad program. I started it in 2015, so we're on 10 years now.
Being in a large group meant that we had a lot of different perspectives, and I think that we got to see a lot of what different people liked, and that meant that we could go to different places when we were around the city and kind of experience different things.
Having informed people that are familiar with the culture and its history was really awesome because they were along your side the whole time you were in another country, and so I felt like we were able to learn so much more because they had all the information. They could really give us the background of what we were looking at. So Wordsworth's Garden is where William Wordsworth, a famous British poet, lived a lot of his life, and that is where his grave is. And so we were on our way to this, and it's a really quaint town in this beautiful countryside. And I was really excited about it as an English teacher nerd to go see where Wordsworth spent a lot of his life. They also asked me to do a little lesson there. So I got to teach the students about Romanticism and how that impacted the United States, and a lot about how we see our world today and how they fit into that world. So it was really cool to go to this part of history from so long ago and really get to connect it to students' current lives. And it was really cool to see them just be in the garden and reading poetry and having an impact on them. That's an extension from the classroom, because we can read poetry in a classroom, but there's something special about walking the streets that Wordsworth also walked and getting to read his poems.
It's important to get out and see things. You can only read so much in a textbook, you can only see so much on a video. When you're there and you're the one walking down that street and you're the one creating the street art as we did in London this time, when you are the ones that are actually out there having those experiences, it really can change your perspective.
Let's see it, Ivana.
I can say from experience that both of my daughters were able to travel with these trips when they were in school, and it has impacted their lives in college and beyond. Students who do these trips are more likely to travel internationally. They're much more likely to do a study abroad in college, and they're much more likely to perhaps take a job internationally because they've seen it and they've realized it's not something to be afraid of. It's a different kind of learning that's to be embraced.
I would suggest that all students, if possible, to go on a trip like this. It was really such a great way, not just to see different countries, but also to get to meet new people. I got to meet so many new students, and it was really cool to see the friendships that were formed by the end of the trip. So it's not just a learning opportunity, it's also a really great opportunity to build some really meaningful friendships and to see a place you've never seen before.
It's an experience that I will never forget, and it's something that I made a lot of new friends on the way. I learned so many new things that I will always cherish and think of, and I was able to experience a new culture and learn so much history, and it gave me a new perspective on traveling as a whole.
It's totally worth it in the end. When we have a successful trip, which we always do, it's an amazing thing. It's a great feeling at the end.
I want students to get involved, so pay attention for when the information comes out, for when we announce what countries we're going to. Follow the Athens and Colts Abroad Instagram accounts, because we're always posting really important information so that you can get involved. The biggest thing, I think, for our schools is making sure that all the students knows that this exists. I think a lot of students don't know that this exists. So get plugged in, follow us on Instagram. Happy birthday.